A very good morning, everybody. I am CS Kajalandewag from Nyandeep Academy, Pune. And today we are here to discuss the Hindu analysis dated 17th October 2024. So let's start. The news articles that we will be covering today are Centre raises MSP for rabi crops, Section 6A of Citizenship Act. We will be talking about stubble burning as well. This is the second time that we are going to discuss this issue. Next, we'll be talking about the 5I Alliance. And last, we will be talking about the most important topic for today, that is the Global Hunger Index. This is the most important topic. Okay, let's start. The first topic is Centre raises MSP of wheat, 5 other rabi crops for 25-26 year. Okay, so first I'll tell you what this entire news is all about. Okay, so the thing is that first of all, I'll tell you what MSP is. MSP is the minimum support price that is given to the farmers so that in future, whenever they need minimum income, they are assured of that particular income. So that is MSP. Now, if I talk about what this whole news article is all about, so the rabi crops, that is the winter crops. There are two types of crops, Kharif and Rabi. So Kharif is the summer crops, Rabi is the winter crops. So in case of rabi crops, the center has raised the minimum support price that the farmers will get. मतलब minimum farmers को इतना मिलना ही है, okay, for these 6 crops. Okay, now this is the MSP that has been declared for the next year. Let's talk about the first one, that is wheat 2425. Barley 1980, there is an increase of 130. If you see, this column is the increase. This is the price that is for the previous year, and this is the price for the proposed year. Okay, previous or we also can say the current year. Now the most important is wheat, of course. There is an increase in 150 by rupees 150. Now, why is wheat most important? Because as we all know, chapati. Every Indian household, this is like the basic khana which everybody needs. So wheat is a grain which many people buy and it is sold in bulk. So farmers need money for that. Farmers need MSP for that. So that has been increased. Barley, it has been increased by 130. If we talk about gram, that has been increased by 210. Then I'm sure you all must have heard of masur. That has been increased by 275. Then rapeseed and mustard seed has been increased by 300 and safflower has been increased by 140. Okay, so it's a good news for the agricultural sector. It's a good news for the farmers because they are supposed to, okay, as per the rules, they are supposed to get minimum these many prices. Okay, this is calculated as per the quintals. Okay, now, and of course, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, he was the one who declared the increase in MSP. Now, the first thing that is important in this slide is under MSP, the CACP. Now, what is CACP? Very, very important. Many times questions have been asked on this committee. Now, CACP, it is the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. Now, what do? They recommend prices, okay? And they recommend how the policy should be made. So, they have recommended pricing for 22 crops as well as there is a fixed price for sugarcane also, okay? Now, it is the department, it is under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. As I said, they recommended, they calculated, they recommended to the ministry, and then the final call is of course taken by the ministry. But they are the main policy makers, I would say. They are the ones who draft this entire policy. Okay. How is MSP calculated? Again, very important. The first one, A2 plus FL, and next is C2. Okay. Now, see, whenever the government wants to calculate MSP, they need to know the production cost. Okay, now for example, there is a grain. Let's talk about wheat. Wheat ka production cost is rupees 100. This is just an example. At production cost rupees 100 मतलब क्या कि पूरा जो wheat बनने में मार्केट में सेल करने में एक फार्मर को 100 रुपीस खर्चा आता है. Okay, तो obviously उसको एक minimum price मिलना चाहिए. Let's consider he should get approx 175 rupees for that. as I'm saying, this is just an example, okay? This is just to explain you what MSP is. तो हम अज्यूम करेंगे कि उसको एटलीस्ट 175 मिलना चाहिए ताकि उसका प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट तो निकले ही निकले, प्लस उसको थोड़ा बहुत प्रॉफिट भी हो. करेक्ट? दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट. इसीलिए दिस इज द इंटेंट ऑफ होल एमएसपी, दैट द फार्मर शुडंट बी एक्सप्लॉइटेड. दिस शुडंट हैपन कि 100 रुपीज इज द प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट बट ही इज गेटिंग ओनली 80 रुपीज. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. उसका प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट भी नहीं निकल रहा है, या 100 रुपीज इज द कॉस्ट एंड उसको सिर्फ 100 मिल रहा है. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट इज द रीजन एमएसपी का द एंटायर कॉन्सेप्ट हैज बीन क्रिएटेड. ओके, नाउ अभी ये कैलकुलेट कैसे करते हैं? जो एमएसपी हम बात कर रहे हैं, इन द प्रीवियस स्लाइड वी सॉ द एमएसपीज. Once again, let me just show it to you. When we saw these MSPs, how are these MSPs calculated? Okay. These are the three types of production costs that will be considered. Now, first, let's talk about A2. If we talk about A2, what is A2? It covers all the direct costs. Direct costs मतलब जो seed पे directly लगा है, pesticides, fertilizers, the seed costs, okay? जो labor minimum, जो basic labor cost लगा है. So, the direct expenses that are gone inside the whole farming sector, that is covered under A2. So, this is the basic production cost. Next, we will talk about FL. अब A2 plus FL, A2 we saw क्या क्या cover करता है. And next, if we talk about FL, I'll just stand here so you all can see the screen clearly. If we talk about FL, FL is the cost and the value of unpaid family labor. Now, there is the family people who participate in agriculture, who participate in the entire seeding process, the farming process. So, and they are not paid many a times, right? So, their cost is calculated in FL. And last is C2. Now, what is C2? C2, it considers like, for example, if this land, if we are using particular XYZ land, this land, अगर आप agriculture के लिए use नहीं करते, कंसिडर करो, अगर आप ये एग्रीकल्चर के लिए यूज नहीं करते तो आप किसी ना किसी को ये रेंट पे दे देते. करेक्ट? उसका रेंटल इनकम यू वुड हैव गॉट. दिस इज द कॉस्ट दैट हैज बीन कैलकुलेटेड इन C2. कि ये हमारा जो, ठीक है, ये कुछ हमने एक्स्ट्रा खर्चा नहीं किया है, बट अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमें इनकम ये एक्स्ट्रा मिल सकता था, वो इनकम नहीं मिल रहा है, वो इनकम जा रहा है. क्यों? बिकॉज हम एग्रीकल्चर कर रहे हैं इस पे. ओके, सो दीज आर द थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट दैट आर कवर्ड. A2, A2 plus FL and C2. Okay. Now, why is MSP important? As I said, farmers are made sure that they will get the minimum income. After that, there are many fluctuations in our food products, like the prices of our food products. So that will also be avoided if a fixed cost is set. It encourages production when we know that we are going to get this minimum price for this particular crop. We will produce it. Okay, it is encouraged. And most important is food security. Because India is a country, we are mainly an agricultural economy, correct? So, though we don't derive so much revenue from it, but many people are dependent on agriculture. And in India, of course, the major part we look forward is food security. The reason is there are many people, we are going to even see this in the last topic, which I said the most important topic for the day, the global hunger index. Okay, so in India, there are many people who are not provided with food. So the government knows this and they want to improve on this. That's the reason if the government provides MSP to us, we as farmers will be encouraged to produce those basic food crops, okay, which people need to eat, like rice, wheat. These are the basic food crops that every Indian household needs, okay. So the farmers, as farmers, we will be encouraged to do that. And this will ensure food security कि हाँ enough production हो रहा है आपके देश में और जो गरीब लोग हैं even they are getting the food, okay. So these are the main things. Also there has been a demand that is going on कि आप MSP को legalize करो, okay. But of course there are certain issues that MSP cannot be legalized like that. The government is saying, the farmers are saying that if you legalize it, so we will have a legal backing, because what happens no, on paper MSP hai, but when there are many big businessmen, big traders and vendors who go to farmers and they pay a price below the set MSP, the farmers cannot do much. because they don't have that bargaining power. Okay, because the traders will be like, ठीक है आप नहीं दे रहे हो, मैं कोई दूसरे farmer के पास चला जाता हूँ. और farmers के पास ज़्यादा choice नहीं होता है. The traders have a lot of choice. Okay, तो इसीलिए MSP on paper तो होता है, but MSP on ground is not getting implemented that well. So for that reason, there are people who are saying legalize it, but of course the government is finding it difficult because there are many challenges in legalizing the MSP. This can be another topic, but yes, there have been questions asked on MSP that do you think the government should legalize MSP? If yes, why? What are the challenges that the government can face? What are the advantages? Okay, this is a complete mains point of view wala topic. Okay, now as I was telling you all about the CACP, Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices, it is a very important commission and it works under the Agricultural Ministry. Now, who all are there in this commission? There is a chairman, number one, a member secretary, then is an official member, and then there are 2 members who are non-official. But these non-official members, they usually come from the farming community. Okay, now as I said that these people, they recommend the prices and the government fixes the prices from time to time. As of now, these are the crops, the 23 commodities that the MSP has been fixed for. Okay, MSP is, please do not get this misunderstanding, MSP is not fixed for all crops. It is done only for 23. Okay, this is the bifurcation. Please just go through it. Now we will talk about the next topic. Supreme Court to deliver verdict on Section 6A of Citizenship Act 1955. Okay, now first I'll tell you all the news, what exactly happened. So our Chief Justice of India, that is respected Mr. Chandrachud, there is a constitutional bench that has been sitting, and today, October 17th, yes, today is the day that the hearing will be going on. Okay, so right now when we are discussing the topic, the hearing will actually be going on in Supreme Court. Okay, now this hearing is for what? There is a Section 6A of Citizenship Act 1955. So is this section constitutional? This is the whole discussion that will be going on today. Okay, now what is Section 6A? We are going to see aage, but mainly it is the Assam issue. Okay, so before getting into this, what is the whole petition and everything, I'll just tell you all. Section 6A, because once you all get to know what this is, you all will understand the case that is going on in a better way. Now, what is Section 6A? It was a special provision. It was included in the 1955 wala Act. It was done at the time of Rajiv Gandhi. Okay, and it was signed on 15th August 1985. There was an Assam Accord. We can also talk about Assam Accord in another topic. But Assam Accord on 15th August 1985. So at that time only this whole 6A provision was given. Abhinav, what is Assam Accord? In short, if I tell you, it was an agreement which involved 3 parties: the government of India, the Assam government, and the people who were involved in the Assam movements. Okay, and what were the Assam movements going on for? Mainly the people who have migrated from other countries, especially Bangladesh. So there were many illegal migrants. So to get them out, okay, so Assam Accord was also for the restoring peace of that particular area. So as I said, it was a tripartite. Now, what does Section 6A say? Please look at this. This is very important. They say that people who have entered Assam, okay, now you know why I told you that this is specifically related to Assam. Before 1st January 1966 and been ordinarily resident, they would have all the rights and obligations of Indian citizens. Okay, so the ones who have been here since 1966 se pehle, they would be treated as Indian citizens. Now there is a difference between residence and there is a difference between citizenship. तो इन लोगों को citizenship मिल जाएगा, Indian citizenship, passport पे Republic of India आ जाएगा. Okay? अब दूसरा देखो Section 6A का क्या है. Those who have entered the state between 1966 to 1971. 66 के पहले they will be citizens. 66 to 71. Now what will happen to them? They would have the same rights and obligations, but they will not be allowed to vote for 10 years. So 10 years के लिए they won't be able to vote, बाकी सब okay होगा. Now the people who have entered after 1971, उनके साथ क्या होगा? They will be detected and they will be deported back to their area. Now, why is this bifurcation done? Why is this whole 1971 mainly given here? And because the Bangladesh Liberation War, okay, so during that time, there were many illegal migrants who came into Assam. So, because of that, this whole section 6A was inserted. So, once again, if we have to repeat this, before 1966, they are normal citizens. Between 1966 and 71, they will be citizens, but they won't get voting rights for 10 years. After 71, whoever has come to India, they will be detected and deported back to their original places. Okay? Now, let's see some more things. Now, what is happening? This is not the first petition that has come to Supreme Court, the one that we are discussing right now. There are many petitions that have been coming to the Supreme Court about this whole section. So, first of all, Section 6A Citizenship, it has been criticized. Why has it been criticized? Because it is allegedly contributing to an influx of illegal migrants from Bangladesh into Assam. I will explain this, but before that, let's just go through everything. Now, they are saying if you encourage illegal migration and it will result into the state's demographic composition. Now, what the petitioners are saying, as we saw in the previous slides, those that have entered between 1966 and 71, they will also be given citizenship, but 10 साल के लिए vote नहीं करेंगे, but they will be given citizenship. Correct? Now these petitioners are saying why? क्यों देना है इनको citizenship? Why? Because if you encourage people like this, people are coming in, and if you encourage them, there will be a disturbance in the state's demographic system. This is what the petitioners are saying. Not one petition, there are many petitions that are going on in the Supreme Court. And they are also saying, why should the migrant population be given citizenship, and why is this happening with Assam specifically? Okay, also they claim that because if again and again we give citizenship to these people, ones who are from 1966 to 71, if we give citizenship to these people, their population is going to increase, of course, right? Generation by generation, the population will keep increasing. So this will have a doubling effect. This is what the petitioners are saying. Now, if we go back to the news, what this whole news is about, again, it's the same thing. The petitioners have questioned that why only Assam? Why is this happening with Assam? Why are you giving citizenship to the people who have influxed into Assam? Okay. And why are we supposed to implement Section 6A? Also, they are saying that because of this section, there have been many poor people who are coming in, who are causing infiltration. Infiltration matlab illegally going somewhere else. Okay. The court also said that please show us some material, okay, that benefits that have been given to these migrants have caused a disturbance in your state and have caused a disturbance in your culture and heritage. So this is what the Supreme Court has asked them to submit, this evidence or material. So now the court case will be going on today. The hearing will be on as we talk here. Okay. Because these people, the petitioners are also saying that because of these illegal migrants, our basic heritage, our basic culture is getting disturbed. Okay. Now, moving on. Next, we will be talking about the stubble burning case, which we've also spoken about in one of the sessions before. Now, let's talk what is happening right now. Because this is the season, like I wouldn't call it a season, but this is the time when this whole stubble burning comes up. So, you will see stubble burning every third or fourth day in your Hindu newspaper. Now, the Supreme Court, they were not happy with Haryana and Punjab, and they said that your defiant attitude मतलब क्या, ignore कर रहे हैं, casual attitude, ignorant कर रहे हैं ये, they are not taking any penalty action on people who are burning crops. Okay, now first of all let me explain you what stubble burning is. What happens is during this season, during this time, October November-ish time, the grains like wheat, okay, they have come up, and जो remaining residue होता है, the straw part, that is the remaining residue. Okay, so the remaining residue, how to get rid of it is people burn it, because that is the easiest way they feel. So the farmers burn that remaining residue. So because of this, there is a lot of pollution, air pollution, that gets caused in those specific areas and also the surrounding areas. And if you'll see that many people during this time, there are announcements like fatake, the firecrackers are banned in Delhi and this and that. You'll come across such news. Okay, the reason we see such news is because stubble burning accelerates so much that uske upar agar firecrackers bhi ye season mein kar diye to it will be difficult for the Delhi people to even breathe, right? The Supreme Court has warned Haryana and Punjab. A 3-judge bench headed by Justice Oka, he expressed his shock. He was like, I am shocked at Haryana that it could detect no fire despite ISRO. ISRO had given information, they have their satellites, so they had given exact locations कि कहाँ से ये fire burning हुआ है, and this was submitted to Haryana, and still Haryana didn't do anything about it. They did not give any penal punishments to the people who are responsible for it. This is what Supreme Court is saying. Okay, ISRO tells you the locations, yet you said you could not find any fires. Why are you shy of prosecuting people? These were the exact words that Mr. Oka used. Okay, sorry, Mr. Oka used. Also, he said this is not a political matter, but you are just being ignorant. Why are you committing these offenses when it's not required? The court said that there were 191 breaches, but people just pay some minimum amount and they get off easily. So they are not scared to commit such crimes in future. They will go on committing this. This is what the court said. This is all what your news is about. Now, as I was telling you, the rice and wheat straws that are left after harvesting, so to facilitate the new seed bed for the next season, what do the farmers do? They burn this off. Why? Because it is very quick and it is cheap as compared to other residue management techniques. Also, the production cost is going up day by day. So farmers are saying कि already production करने में खर्चा आ रहा है, तो भाई ये residue manage करने में क्यों नए techniques में और खर्चा करना है? Let it just be. Let's just burn it off. Also, there is a machine called Happy Seeder. Now, it is a tractor-operated machine, and what does this do? This manages the stubble. Okay, so but it is an expensive method for majority of the farmers. So not many people are doing this. Burning of agriculture residues in which areas is done? It's done in Punjab, it's done in Haryana, UP, Rajasthan and Delhi. Okay. It is also prevalent in other states like Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, but mainly Punjab, Haryana, UP, Delhi. These are like the main areas that get affected. Okay. Now, there is also a central sector scheme. That scheme is promotion of agricultural mechanization for in situ management of crop residue. This scheme is only made for crop residue management, and it is for these areas only, Punjab, Haryana, UP and Delhi. As I said, these are the main areas. इन्हीं के लिए ये स्कीम बना है. अब क्या कर रहे हैं? फार्मर्स को 50% ऑफ द कॉस्ट दे रहे हैं ऑफ द मशीनरी, कि परचेज द मशीनरी जो भी क्रॉप रेसिड्यू मैनेजमेंट के लिए लगता है, हम आपको उसका 50% कॉस्ट देंगे. यू जस्ट हैव टू पे 50%. ओके, अंडर द स्कीम. Also, for that, it has released 3062 CR to these specific governments for this 5-year period, ताकि ये जो क्रॉप रेसिड्यू है वो इफेक्टिवली मैनेज हो. पसा डिकम्पोजर दैट इज डन बाय Indian Agricultural Research Institute, that is a bioenzyme. What does this do? Again, it is mainly for the crop residue. What exactly it does is, the stubble, it decomposes it within 20-25 days, this particular decomposer, and once this stubble is decomposed, it will go into the soil as a manure, which will improve the soil fertility. So this is also a very good alternative for burning the whole stubble. Okay. Now, CAQM, that is Commission for Air Quality Management, they are mainly for these particular areas. What is the main reason for this entire commission? Better coordination research for the air quality index and matters connected therewith. Also, it tries to prevent air pollution in these specific areas. Its main actions are monitoring Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, UP and prevent air pollution in these areas and the adjoining areas. So this is the commission which looks after that. Next, we will be talking about the Five Eyes supports Canada in spat with India on Niger. Okay. Again, this news has been going on pretty much. If you talk about since morning, there are n number of channels that are covering this news. Let me just tell you backdrop so you'll understand what this is all about. Okay. Now, first I'll tell you what is the whole Five Eyes Alliance. Now, these are the Five Eyes countries. Okay, जैसे नाम होते हैं ना अलग अलग अपना, जैसे सार्क नेशंस है, वैसे एक फाइव आई अलायंस भी है. Now, ये फाइव आई अलायंस कंट्रीज क्या करते हैं? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इसमें है ऑस्ट्रेलिया, कैनेडा, न्यूजीलैंड, यूएस, यूके. These are the five. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, US, UK. Now these are the five countries, and let me tell you, Five Eye Alliance, they have mainly come together for security interests. कि उनका security maintain होना चाहिए, ठीक है? Now, if we talk about US, US का जो NSA, National Security Agencies, it is one of the most important agency in the entire world, and it is significant in sending the intelligence signals. Okay. Then if we talk about the second member, that is UK. UK ka government communication headquarters is used here in this alliance. It is also mainly for signals intelligence and communication of the intelligent material. Everything here, everything done is for security purposes. कि इन countries का security जो है वो intact रहना चाहिए. Third इनमें है Canada. Canada, if we'll talk about communication security establishment, again same responsible for cyber operations and sending the whole signals intelligence. इनके बाद next इनका है Australia, Australian Signals Directorate, and last है इनका New Zealand, the Government Communication Securities Bureau. Okay, again this is also for cyber security and sending the intelligence signals. So this is the Five Eye Alliance that the news is talking about. Now, what happened here was, okay, so there was a protest in Canada happening about India. The protest was happening by the pro-Khalistani people. Now, who are the pro-Khalistanis? Who demand a different Punjab. Okay, they don't want Punjab to be part of India. They want Punjab to be separate. Now, these Khalistanis, there was a protest that was going on in Canada, and there was Mr. Hardeep Singh Nijjar. He was a pro-Khalistani figure, and he died. Okay, he was killed. Now, there are people who are saying that his killings involve or they connect to the Indian agents. Okay, we have the raw agents or we have the intelligence agents. So his death is connected to our Indian agents. Matlab, India is responsible for his death. Because India doesn't want this कि खालिस्तानी should be promoted, तो इंडिया ने इनको मार दिया. ऐसे ये फाइव अलायंस वाले बोल रहे हैं. And now न्यूजीलैंड ने तो पहले ही बोला है, यूएस ने, ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने भी बोला है, एंड अभी यूके ने भी बोल दिया. ओके, यूके ऑल्सो सेड कि यस वी डू सपोर्ट कैनेडाज पोजिशन ऑन दिस डिप्लोमेटिक क्राइसिस जो भी कैनेडा और इंडिया में चल रहा है, एंड जो प्रोटेक्ट होना चाहिए, सिविल राइट्स हो, पॉलिटिकल राइट्स हो, एवरीबडी हैज द राइट फॉर अ पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट, एंड इंडिया हैज बीन वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल with this whole campaign that has been going on, and India has shown also guys कि since few times ये जो Five Eye Alliance है ना, ये बहुत ज़्यादा खालिस्तानी मूवमेंट को दे आर सपोर्टिंग. So India can also see that India is pretty uncomfortable with what these people are doing. Okay. Now, Canada is already saying since day one that India is involved in this whole assassination process, because of which Canada has even expelled 6 Indian diplomats, which includes our High Commissioner Sanjay Kumar Verma. And in a tit for tat, बदला लेने के लिए हमने भी 6 Canadian diplomats को हमने expel कर दिया. We send them back. So both times have given both the sides have given time till October 19 कि October 19 तक, मतलब अभी 2 दिन में सब अपने अपने देश वापस चले जाओ. So it has escalated to this level. You all need to know this. Okay. Next, we will be talking about the last topic for the day, that is Global Hunger Index, which is again very, very important. In fact, I would say this is the most important topic of today. Okay, now there is a report that has come up and India's ranking is not good, it's not great, it is concerning. Okay, now let's see what the report says. The 2024 Global Hunger Index, very important. All reports, all such news, you know, that comes up with numbers, that comes up with like the studies and the surveys, all these are very important from exam point of view. Let it be pre, let it be mains. This is very important. So now 2024 Global Hunger Index, it suggested that India's undernourished population मतलब जिनको basic खाना नहीं मिल रहा है, okay, it would effectively rank as the 7th most populous country in the world, with roughly the population of Brazil. 200 million people in India approximately, okay. मतलब we have many undernourished people in India. Now, in stark terms, 14% of existing India's population. जितना इंडिया का population है, उसका 14% is already undernourished, as per the reports. It also says it is the 19th edition, okay, जो current report 2024 का आया है. Guys, this is the latest report, so we all need to be aware of this. It also says that there is a sample registration system statistical reports. It works under the Ministry of Stats and Program Implementation. It publishes the reports annually. And इसका base क्या होता है? ये reports किस basis पे publish करते हैं? They see the births, they see the deaths, the infant and maternal mortality. मतलब when a kid is small, like a baby, and he dies, okay, so that is infant. And when the mother during the whole pregnancy process while delivering the baby she dies, so that is maternal mortality. तो ये सब चीजें देखी जाती है, okay. And the scorecard for 127 nation analyzed ranges from low to extremely alarming, okay. Low मतलब ठीक है, good, the population is well fed, and extremely alarming मतलब this is very risky, आपका बहुत ज़्यादा population भूखा है. This is what they are saying. While India is ranked serious, so India is not ranked low nor extremely alarming, but seeing the current situation, this is extremely alarming for us, okay. But yes, they have ranked us serious, and our rank is 104. Do you need to know the rank from exam point of view? 110%. You need to know the rank. Also, you need to know the score, that is 27.3%, okay. So this is India's score, and of course it is not very good, and as I said, it is extremely alarming, okay. Now, this is generally released by an Irish humanitarian organization concerned worldwide and Germinate Agency. This is the name which I have already given here. Now, each country's GHI score is calculated by considering 4 factors. The first is undernourishment. Undernourishment means basic whatever the body needs, that food has not been provided, calorie deficit, okay. Next is child stunting. Child stunting matlab with low height, okay. Next is child wasting. Now what is child wasting? With low weight. And the fourth one is child mortality, matlab children who die before their 5th birthday. So these are the 4 things that have been considered. I'll repeat once again: undernourishment, then comes child wasting, then comes child stunting, and last is child mortality. ये चारों कंसिडर करके ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स में वो रैंकिंग्स और पॉइंट्स का स्कोर्स देते हैं. Now if you compare us with the neighboring countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, उनका इकोनॉमी और हमारा इकोनॉमी is not comparable. We are way higher, okay, but still unfortunately उनके कंपैरेटिव में भी हमारा जो स्कोर है वो काफी अलार्मिंग और काफी शॉकिंग है. ओके, सो यस, दिस इज ऑल फॉर टुडे, एंड these were the important news that we had to cover today. The most important being global hunger index. You all need to know what is global hunger index. You all need to know ये कौन publish करता है. You all need to know इसके जो 4 क्राइटेरियाज है वो क्या देख के पब्लिश होते हैं, एंड इंडिया का स्कोर एंड द रैंक. ओके, so these are the main things you all need to know. इसका अब टॉप में जो स्कोर आया है और जो सबसे लोएस्ट बॉटम है वो भी एक बार देख लो for safer side. Okay, so yes guys, that's it. We'll stop for the day. Thank you so much. I will see you all tomorrow for the Hindu analysis for tomorrow. Thank you so much.